Have you ever been in a conversation where someone randomly says something like, "Did you know octopuses have three hearts?" And everyone just pauses like, "Okay, cool, but how do you even know that?" Meanwhile, you're sitting there thinking, "I can't even remember where I put my keys this morning." And this person is storing facts about sea animals like it's a full-time job. If that sounds familiar, you've probably met someone who remembers random, seemingly useless facts. And psychologically, there's actually something interesting going on. First, these people usually have a very curious mind. They don't just scroll past information. They stop and think, "Wait, that's interesting." Their brain naturally pays attention to unusual or surprising details. So while others forget it in seconds, their mind goes, "Nope, we're keeping this." It's like their brain has a special folder labeled random but fascinating. Another reason is strong pattern recognition. Even if a fact seems useless on its own, their brain is constantly connecting it to other ideas. One random fact leads to another, and suddenly they've built a whole web of information. That's why they can jump from one topic to another so quickly, and somehow it still makes sense to them. There's also something called deep processing. When these people learn something, they don't just hear it. They imagine it, visualize it, or relate it to something funny or unusual. And the brain remembers things better when they're a little weird or emotional. So, yes, remembering that bananas are technically berries might not help in daily life. But your brain goes, "That's strange enough to keep." And let's be honest, it shows up in funny ways, too. You forget important dates, but somehow remember a random fact you heard 5 years ago. You're in the middle of a serious conversation, and suddenly your brain goes, "This reminds me of that one weird thing I read." And now you're debating whether to say it out loud. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but it's always there. Now here's the interesting part. People who remember random facts often enjoy learning for the sake of learning, not for exams, not for rewards, just because their brain likes collecting information. It's like a hobby, but inside their head. And while some of these facts might seem useless, they actually reflect something important. A mind that is active, curious, and constantly exploring. Because intelligence isn't always about remembering what's necessary. Sometimes it's about being interested enough to remember things that no one even asked you to learn. So if you're someone who randomly drops facts into conversations and people look at you like, "Why do you know this?" Don't worry. Your brain isn't weird. It's just a little too curious for its own good.